Libra, welcome to your mid-October general love reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Libra. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who really needs to hear this message. Hi, Cross Watchers. You're very welcome here if you're interested in a Libra. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind Libra and Cross Watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you may feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear, set the energy, and do a mini meditation with you guys. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull to see what the cards have to say, check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you who are here with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in. I'm going to ring the sound bowl 3 times, and during that time, I just want you to open up your energy. And for this reading, I do want to say that I am tuning into an energy in and around your psychic field of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you right now in this moment. Whether you are single or taken, whether you're currently in a connection with this energy or in separation with this energy, I just want to read and pick up the energies around you, see what they're doing there and what this means for you guys in your love life currently. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Libra. Okay, well, I saw very clearly like an elephant, and particularly a white elephant. And in America, it's like a Christmas game you kind of play, is like kind of a joke, a gag game. I wonder if you played it with that person. But even that aside, it's like I felt with that, I was like, huh, that's interesting. Maybe someone has like been seeing elephants or has an elephant tattoo, but then it was like the elephant in the room. So I feel like there's someone here that feels like there's an elephant in the room between the two of you where something should be talked about that isn't. And I wonder if that's anything that someone wants to bring up soon or someone is purposely kind of avoiding. I'm really curious about this and I want to tap into this a little bit further, but it could just be confirmation for someone out there. Let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say about this energy around you guys. So for those of you that did not join me for the mini meditation, this is a general reading that is going to pick up on the psychic energy around you of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you right now in this moment, whether you are single or taken, whether you're currently in a connection with this energy or in separation with this energy. I just want to see what energies around you, why they're coming in, and what does this mean for you guys in your love life currently. So I'm also seeing a piercing on someone's face. I don't know if that's like a nose piercing, lip piercing, eyebrow piercing, face piercing, but either they have it currently or used to have. Maybe don't wear it as much anymore now that they got older, but just confirmation for someone. Tell me about this energy here. Okay, 2 cards, Libra, and it says everlasting passionate love, but then we have stake to the heart. Ooh, someone has mixed feelings about you in the most extreme way, I feel. I don't want to say like love and hate because I don't feel like that exactly, but love and hurt here very, very strongly. And they feel like, you know, they still have very strong feelings for you, but they're upset, they're hurt about something. I want to dive into this further. You know, also Aquarius got this card, staked to the heart. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius or if you have very strong Aquarius in your chart, I suggest checking out the Aquarius reading to see if there's messages for you there. But let me pull some more to get into this. This feels complicated. Tell me more about this energy here for Libra. Euphoria. Okay. And it says, chasing thrills, joy, and laughter. Ooh. You know, I'm kind of feeling, I don't know if it would be forbidden love. That's kind of like what I'm feeling here, but like a love that like it's hard to walk away from. When you guys are around each other, you feel this passion, you feel this sexual connection, this emotional bonding that you guys have gone through maybe before is so prominent and strong, but there's something that both of you know maybe is not always going to last, or it's just something that is fleeting or that can't really happen between the two of you. This is interesting. Tell me more about this energy for Libra. We will be together again. Okay. Let's get into this. So, wow. Yeah, I do feel like this is someone that like comes into your life and then it's like a whirlwind. It's passionate. It's, I miss you. I needed to see you. But then, you know, they do something or you do something or both of you kind of flip off of each other that like makes it so you guys like stay away from each other or don't talk to each other again, like get in a fight or an argument or, and this is someone that I feel like has hurt you and they feel you've hurt them, but despite it all, you guys still reconnect. You guys still have strong feelings for each other. With this euphoria here, obviously this is not everyone's message, so if it's not yours, just don't hold on to it and try to make it fit. But I'm seeing someone that may have done drugs with you, and they could have been like Molly or, you know, shrooms. And again, if it's not your message, don't worry about it. But almost kind of like you guys had a deeper bond through that for those of you that kind of resonates with. But if that's not even your message, then it's just like the idea of the two of you and the idea of you guys one day, like despite everything you've been through, can make it work. It's like the fantasy of it all. And it never really gets grounded. And I think that's the thing that hurts you guys the most about this is like, it's so powerful, it's so raw when we're around each other, it's hard to deny, but I know it can't ever be something, or it can never be something that I can rely on, that I can depend on. And I think being around each other kind of gives off that high for one another, that, you know, fulfillment for one another that's on a very base need, on a very vice need, but then the lingering like leftover of it is like, well, now that's not here, like I still have feelings for it, but it's just always something that I hope for, want, but never really have. That's how they feel about you. You feel about them. But honestly, I feel like you guys feel about this for each other in similar or different ways. We will be together again. I think this is just how they know the connection always been, that there's makeups and breakups, or there's, you know, hot and cold. But this is like, you know, I've picked up on hot and cold energies for this series a couple times. This is like way more intense. And I feel there's a lot of baggage that comes with it. There's a lot of hurt with it, but also a lot of emotional deep bondings, or, you know, again, it feels a little bit almost like trauma bonding here, or it feels a little bit kind of like something with ego bonding here. And to be specific, it's more so of something that you guys provide each other in the ego way, whether you make each other feel good, you make each other feel sexy, you make each other feel, you know, something that a lot of other people can't on that level. But it's not fulfilling in the long run. It's fulfilling in the short term. But this is something that they're still wanting to continue. This is something that they know, like, even if you guys are on a break now, you'll be together again. It's just the chain and the cycle you guys have been on with each other for quite some time. And they're very used to it. I don't think they have a problem with it, Libra, but I feel like you do. The letter W is really coming out to me, as in Warren, as in Whitney, first, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. All right, let's get into the tarot and dive deeper into this. So with the tarot, I'm going to ask, how do they feel about you right now? What do they think of you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection they have with you currently? And what do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Libra? What are they hoping is going to happen and unfold between the two of you? And what are they afraid of? So clearly there's an imbalance here with the Six of Pentacles that they are aware of and maybe are active in why it's unbalanced. We'll get to that in a second. I'll get all the cards out first and then we're going to do deep dive. 2 pages here. So you could be much younger age-wise in this connection, or someone has not matured to the same level the other person is. But again, like with the 2 pages, maybe it brings out a younger side or a younger feeling side of someone that, you know, feels exciting. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, wow. Interesting, actually, placement here. We have death that fell on the table, so strong Scorpio energy. Cards are taking their time, which I think speaks to this connection here with you, Libra. It's been a long journey here for the 2 of you. Yeah. 2 3s here. Your birthday could be October 3rd, October 13th, September 30th, or September 23rd. Yeah. Okay. So bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. So with this being at the bottom of the deck, I do feel like through the last stake in the heart someone went through, someone went on a journey to recollect themselves, restabilize themselves, but more importantly, know their worth. And some way this last stake in the heart kind of happened really made this realization a lot more prominent and strong before. And I think even for someone that was tapping into their Queen of Pentacles energy, and let me just make this clear, this has nothing to do with gender or sex. We all have masculine and feminine energies and we can tap into either side. Yes, one of us can be dominant in one or the other more so. But with Queen of Pentacles, regardless of your gender or sex, I feel like someone here tapped into feminine earth energy of taking care of themselves, of making, you know, themselves a priority. So I wonder if some of you guys went on like a much needed healing type of trip or kind of just spent some self-care on yourself, whether that was kind of like, you know, starting to buy foods that, you know, would kind of help nurture you. And I feel like someone has generally food sensitivities, whether that's like intolerances like glucose or lactose, or I don't know if glucose is the right word. I may have combined that with lactose, but, or like allergies in that sense, right? But I think it's just kind of like investing in the well-being of yourself. Taking care of yourself has been what someone's been doing. And through that, I think there has been realizations of how worthy someone is and how much they deserve and how much they're not getting in something. And I think now that someone has gone to this level of awareness or growth, it is something that is going to be hard to destabilize again. And maybe even for someone to try to come back, Spirit may be sending it as a test for someone to see how you still handle yourself, value yourself, and what is no longer worthy of you anymore. And it's not kind of just, you know, spiritual snobbiness, but it's more so of like, what have I outgrown? What matters to me now that doesn't matter to me as much before? Because I'm trying to look at this now more realistically, more groundedly than just how I feel when this person's around for the fleeting moments that they are. Okay, so let's get into this. So how they feel about you is 3 of Wands. Aries energy, and this makes a lot of sense with the we will be together again card, right? So I think that for whatever reason, maybe it's been enough time between the 2 of you. They're starting to, you know, desire you again. They feel pretty optimistic in being able to see you again and having something with you again. I think this person's going to be a little bit surprised at how different it is this time around. but they feel like you guys are always going to be good no matter what. Even if they hurt you, you hurt them. Somehow you guys always kind of come back together as you were before in the greatest times. And that's something they're not really worried about right now. I don't think they've seen you go into Queen of Pentacles mode. They don't know about it, but they don't feel like it's anything they need to sweat or need to worry about. They feel like you guys will be together again, and they're excited for when it happens because they always do have a good time with you, Libra. But what they think about this connection is the Six of Pentacles. Taurus energy. So when I picked this up, I heard like, leave me hanging. And I think that's something that they recognize you guys do for each other. And it depends on who's hurt the other the last time around, that, you know, the other person will do something to walk out of this or to stop giving into this. Or I even feel like whoever broke it off last time, like canceled a certain date or a certain hangout that you guys were going to do and then just never followed through on it. And that's still sitting in someone's mind very clearly here. But, you know, I would be very careful about the Six of Pentacles and their idea of this, because I feel like they're trying to think of something to do to rebalance the scales if they were the ones to last drop the ball, right? And is that coming from something where they genuinely feel like they need to make up for, or something to kind of just give so you don't feel some type of way when they make their next attempt? I'm just being as real as I can here, because I feel that type of energy around you, Libra. And yes, I'm not going to lie that they feel like an everlasting, passionate love, but I think they kind of compute or process love differently than you do. And that's the difference in how you guys do things. I think you guys do have different love languages, which makes it difficult to make this last. What they like the most about you is the Page of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, Page of Swords. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. You can have, you know, multiple air placements, air rising and air moon. Doesn't have to be. But yeah, they like the fact that they feel like they always have access to you, whether that's to your energy, to your social media profile, to information about you, knowing the same people you do. They really like your body and have always really loved your body. They find it very sexy, very attractive. A big plus always when people ask what they like about Libra, which again could be a little superficial, right? But it is what it is. You know, in their own way, I think they like the fact that you guys play this silence game with each other. It makes them curious. It makes them, you know, when they're doing it to you, it makes them feel a little bit empowered. But when you do it to them, it makes them feel like, oh, they're feeling some type of way. All right, I can deal with this. Let's see how I can get them to talk again. Like, it's almost like a game. And they like those games that they have with you, Libra, which is something to think about, right? With the Page of Swords too, I think you are someone that is very open-minded, very outspoken, someone that kind of says how they feel. And even some people could get shocked by what you say, but I think this person finds it a little bit attractive in the way you call people out or the way you express yourself, and just say how it is in your perspective in that exact way. And you're not influenced by wondering how other people are going to react or what other people are going to think of you. They really do like that about you, Libra. What they don't like about you is the Page of Wands. So fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. You have spice to you. When you're mad, and you could have a temper. You can, you know, just take, and reasonably so, you know what I mean? I don't think you're the type to lose your cool for no good reason, but they know when they're on your bad side, it could burn. It could burn big time. And they may think, whether this is true or not, because not every time our people's perspectives of us are true, but they may think you do things to get back at them, and mainly like hook up with other people or date other people or post with other people. They think you're trying to get under their skin and get them jealous or get them worked up in that sense. But yeah, it's either kind of like, you know, the need for tit for tat that they find, you know, ironically enough, petty, even though they like to play their own games. Or yeah, someone has a temper here, and when they make you mad, like they need to stay away because they know the fire's burning hot when you're mad and they don't want to get burned in general here. You know, if last time whoever put the stake in their heart, you're putting it out of them and putting it back in the other person, they may have felt like last time, if that was you that staked their heart, you kind of used them as a booty call last time, and that you got that upper hand for that moment. Like they lost that battle, but not the war. Yeah, it's a interesting energy here. You know it, Libra, if this is resonating with you. And, you know, if they think you are trying to get under their skin, they don't like, you know, who you're hanging out with, how you're flirting, how you're dressing around certain people. Like, it's a little bit of a jealousy. And in that sense, maybe they kind of are a little bit possessive of you, Libra. What they like the most about this connection is the Death card. Scorpio energy. So this is what I found really interesting, especially with like the we will be together again, everlasting passionate love. So the way I can kind of read this and feel this out is kind of like the last nail in the coffin never fully goes in. And even when you guys are done with, there's always something that new comes out of it. And what I mean by that is kind of like, you know, a new way to get this interest going again, or a new way to catch your attention, you know, something that they learned that they could use for next time when they want to resuscitate this again or bring this back to life. Damn. I think too, you know, to keep in mind for some of you, they like the fact that there's nothing ever something that continues. They like to take those breaks. They like to have those breakups. They like to take their space. Now, in others of you, maybe, you know, last time around, they had the upper hand of breaking this apart. And that's what they kind of are flattered by, if that is what happened last time between the two of you. But for generally most of you, for this card in this position with all the other cards, I do feel like this never fully dies out. And that's what they've known from experience between the two of you. And that's what they're holding on to in their hopes of getting back together, is that if it didn't end before with as much as we put each other through, why would it randomly end now? What they don't like about this connection is the Seven of Cups. Scorpio energy. They don't like to admit this, and they don't like to show it, and they don't like to talk about it. That could be part of the elephant in the room, right? But emotionally, they feel a lot, and they don't know what to identify with. And I think they are very emotionally impulsive. So with the emotion that they're feeling in the mood, they act off of it. And there's not a lot of reason behind it, a lot of logic behind it, but they just go off of what they feel in that moment. And you may take them out of that cool, calm, don't give a F vibe into all of a sudden really starting to care, really starting to have an interest in you. Oh, they're trying to get at me. All right, let me see how I can get at them. Like, you put them in this emotional chaos that they would define. Even if you mean to or not, that's how they view it, I guess, Libra. And that there's a lot of emotions that come to you. But again, I don't know how deep it goes. It's kind of like lust, desire, needing a break, needing to cool off, petty games, and, you know, just a whole bunch in the bag. And I think, you know, in your sense, if you feel like this is what you don't like about the connection, is what they put you through, the highs and the lows of it all. It's emotionally draining and emotionally exhausting. Highest hopes is the Three of Cups. Cancer energy. Yeah, they're hoping that you guys will just hang out, get some drinks, go out, have a good time. Like this person may be really fun to be around, really funny, life of the party. And that may have been kind of what got you to notice this person when you first met them, or they seem to be very charismatic. They seem to be very, you know, outgoing and social, but they're not very deep. And maybe even in a sense, you kind of view them as emotionally superficial in that sense. And honestly, I think they're looking to still keep it as you guys are cool. You guys will have your thing when you have your thing. But again, I don't think they are looking for marriage. I don't think they're looking for the long term. But they definitely still want you around. And they're hoping to keep you around, Libra. Deepest fears is the High Priestess. Ooh. So Pisces energy, Cancer energy for me as a reader. I think you're starting to become very, very aware of this person and who they are subconsciously, that they can't even identify for themselves, but you know like the back of your hand. And I think what could drive this person the most crazy is your silence. And they're afraid that, like, at least if they have some sort of interaction with you, even if it is a fight, even if it is like you guys are going at each other, like they still know where you're at. They still know that you care enough to reply or to talk. But if you were to go silent, they cannot read you. They cannot get an understanding of you. They can't decide what to do next because you're not giving them crumbs to eat off of. And so that lingering silence and the lingering wondering and the wondering about you, what are they up to? What are they really doing that they stay so silent, that they're ignoring me, that they're not giving me that chance, is scaring them. And I think for some of them, they're afraid of your, you know, whether this is their higher self or their ego self or whatever, your spiritual development. Because if you were to fully start to implement the Queen of Pentacles type of mindset into every aspect of your life with your own growth, you may be at a different level vibrationally than them. And they want to keep you in that low vibration. And to see that you're raising out of it and that you don't need it anymore, that you've evolved, is something that scares them. That's something to keep in mind, Libra. If someone doesn't want you at your best, that's something to note. All right, Libra, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now as we head into Scorpio season that you need to be aware of, know about, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome, pull some more tarot oracle cards to dive deeper into the situation. So if you guys really felt this was your reading and you still need some more information, I promise there'll be more answers for you in the extended reading. And if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box of this video and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where I depart, Libra, I hope that this has confirmed a lot for you, has given you a lot to think about, a lot to realize. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Libra, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Libra.